figured I needed to pass this information on. I just picked her up from Chick-fil-A, and it was her first day, and she was super excited. She had been looking for a job. She really wanted to work there. She was younger, and but she got in the car and it looked like she had been crying. And you know, I don't want to pry. Like, if you want to talk about it, you can, but you know, I'm just trying to take you where you got to go, right? So she was like, yeah, today was my first day, and they let me go. And I was just like, okay. Did they give you a reason? Because I used to work in HR for years, and I used to be a recruiter, so I was just, you know, wondering, you know. And she was black, so I was just like, hey, you know, what was the reason? And she was just like, well, when I got there, they pulled me into the office, and it was the manager and it was the GM or whatever, like, at that location. And she was like, they were like, are you aware of this particular company's values? And she was just like, yeah. I'm like, you're a Christian organization? He was like, it's not about being a Christian organization. We're talking about like the character, morals, integrity, things like that. We're just talking about as a business standpoint, not necessarily a Christian business or, you know, organization. So she was just like, well, yeah. And he was just like, well, we wanted to show you this. Pulled his phone out and showed her her own video. That was, I don't know if it was on Instagram or TikTok. And in the video, she was going on a rant and a rave about how she hated white people. I just let her finish. And she was just like, yeah. And it was like, well, unfortunately, you know, this doesn't line up with our core beliefs and values here at, you know, at Chick-fil-A, but this won't light up with any organization or company. No employer is going to be okay with an employee doing this openly. You would be a representation of us. He was like, you already know. And it was a younger guy. He was like, you already know. As soon as somebody is racist out there, cancel culture goes straight for their job. And they'll go and tell their job this, that, and whatever. And we just want to get ahead of that right now. Because if somebody sees you or can put two and two together, they literally can come harassing us and kind of letting us know about you. And we don't agree with that. And they were like, you know, hand in, you know, bring your uniform back in and give us your badge, whatever. Woo. And so I went to go pick her up. And I told that young lady, I said, you have to be very careful what you do and what you say, period. There's a whole bunch of people out here that are hateful and racist and this, whatever, but he's absolutely right. People are so quick to cancel other people and call their job nurses, doctors, police officers. You know, we catch them doing something out of pocket, we going straight for the jugular. They're attacking their livelihood. And he had every right to get ahead of that and be like, yeah, no, you don't line up. And I love how he separated the Christian values just away from just integrity and morals and character and things like that, right? And I was just like, you can't do that. I'm like, I used to work in HR for the longest. Like, if we get wind of that, honey, we will let you go. Most states are at-will states. They don't owe you anything. You didn't even start yet. You didn't even clock in. Like, when did you post that video? And she was just like, well, I posted it a couple days ago. So you posted it after you got... Why are you even saying that stuff openly and out loud like that? Like, I'm like, well, you just lost a job. She was like, I really needed that job. You should have thought about that before you just went on a racist rant on the internet. The internet is forever. And you gotta... The moral of the story is this. Be careful what you do and say. And especially what you voluntarily post on the internet. How you mad because they let you go because you just made a blanket statement that you hate white people? Now, if it was a white person saying that, oh, you'd be just up in arms and he's a racist and he's a this and this and this and all this. You can't put those statements out there and think that you finna work for the same people you say you hate. All right, I'm done. That